What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's episode, I wanted to show you guys the new car that I got, but first I wanted to explain. So the 240's been having a lot of electrical issues recently. Upon starting the car, I realized that I wasn't getting spark, and after a couple weeks of messing with it, trying to figure it out and trying to diagnose it, I realized the car is not going to be done in time to drive to the wedding, so I had to come up with another option. So the original goal was to get the 240 done in time for the wedding, drive it to the wedding, get some pictures and all that, and you know, sometimes the timeline doesn't work out. So after getting frustrated beyond belief with the 240, I was like, you know what, F it, I'm just going to buy another car. And that's exactly what we did. So me and my friend Ryan embarked on our great journey. When looking for my next car, I had a couple things that I wanted. V8, rear-wheel drive, manual transmission, and I really wanted a Targa top or a convertible top because I loved the Targa that was on my old Honda Del Sol. So that really brought me to one option, a Corvette. The first car we looked at was a C6 convertible Corvette in Longmont. This car was incredibly clean on the outside and the color was beautiful. However, the interior was pretty clapped and the convertible top's rear window wasn't sealed to the top anymore, so it started leaking rain into the interior, so that kind of was a turnoff. The dealer was asking $23,000 for this car, and I was just not going to pay that much for a car that needed so much work, and honestly was kind of a shitbox. But anyways, here's a video of the car when we took it out for a test drive. So unfortunately, that first Corvette didn't work out. There were some issues with it that I just couldn't overlook. However, I did find another Corvette that is pretty sweet, so I'm on my way to pick that up now. So it took about a week of searching for cars on Facebook Marketplace, but I finally found one that caught my eye in Golden, Colorado. Originally, Bella and I went to go check it out, and I absolutely loved it. I went to go pick it up later that week and brought it home. I got it for a pretty great deal, and it has a ton of maintenance done on it with receipts to prove it. The car runs and drives great, and I'm really happy with the purchase. I've been wanting a Corvette for a while now, and I wasn't planning on buying anything until after I sold the 240, but then my subconscious told me to treat myself, so I did. This one is a C5 instead of a C6, so it has less power and less features, but the price was right. Well guys, here it is. This is a 1999 C5 Corvette with 95,000 miles on it. The paint is immaculate and I am in love with the white. The interior is super clean as well, and the drive home was flawless. So much fun. The only thing that's going to take some getting used to is having to go incredibly slow over any kind of speed bump or curb or anything, because it scrapes very easily. Well guys, this is it. This car is so clean, the paint is immaculate, and the interior is absolutely astonishing. For the year of this car, I could not ask for more. As you can tell, this was a little bit in the future. So yes, the car made it to the wedding, and I am so happy with it. Me and my wife got to drive off in it, and she did great. The only problem with it was fitting the wedding presents in the trunk was a bit of a struggle, so we ended up packing everything in the limo. I mean, for a 1999, this thing is just immaculate. It runs and drives so great, and it handles like a dream. I'm super happy with the car, and I can't wait to start doing some work on it. But like I said before, as you guys can see, this thing is insanely low to the ground. My hand barely fits under this front lip. The good thing with this though is that this front lip is rubbery and flexible, and this one here is on a spring, so if it does get pushed back, it doesn't do any damage. It's a little hard to tell, but this car also does come with the heads-up display, which I think is super cool. The only thing I would have liked a little bit better was if the interior was all black. It's the two-tone interior, which I really don't mind, but the tan carpets are just super hard to keep clean. This car is pretty much stock besides the radio, the shift knob, the exhaust, and the intake, which is super cool. That gives me a lot of confidence that this car probably wasn't ran through, and the guy seems like he took care of it. He has a ton of service records that show all the maintenance was done on it. Well, that does it for this reveal video, but make sure you stay tuned for future content on the Corvette. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.